Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I've got another kit to build. It's a Datsun truck. It's an Aoshima kit, and I love these kits. I've built them before, not this specific one, but other ones in their line. And they're a good quick build in the sense that you don't build in such a way where the hood opens or the bonnet opens. So they're a closed bonnet model, and that means they're a good quick build. I just really enjoy them. I've never had a problem with the kits, and I've no idea what colour I'm going to paint this one. I've got my booth now, so hopefully the lighting is now better in the painting and in the videos from now on. So let's have a crack at this one and see how it comes out. So the first update is I've just started building the front end. Something to be aware of is these kits are generally designed so that you can pose the front wheels and that sort of thing. So just be aware in the instructions of where it says to glue and where it says don't glue, so that you can make the parts posable if that's your thing. Some models I don't. There's a lot of models I get where it says, you can make it steerable or whatever, and I just don't. I just glue it, but it's just something to be aware of. So I'll get these parts on and press on. So this is a good example here. I've just clipped one side on, and you can see there where that is going to clip on, because I've done the other side, and that'll make them posable. Anyway, you get the idea. Doing the back end now. Everything just goes together so nicely on these. Well, that's been my experience anyway. So I've got the rear axle in, and I've got the muffler on. I haven't decided what I'll do with the underside of this. I don't think I'll paint it, given that it's posable. I think I'll dry brush it and see if I can weather it. And then I might do a bit of touch up with the Molotow pen where my blade took some of the plating off. But I'll just let this dry and then come back to you. Wheel and tyre time. This is what they look like. They look really good. I'm still going to wash them down with, to me, a panel line accent. Tread looks very good. So the next step I'm going to do is scuff the rubber up a little bit. Just run some fine sandpaper along the tread. Just makes it look a bit more scale, even though they look very scale already. So I've got the center caps in, but I'm going to let all that dry before I put some to me a accent colour on it. I think the next thing I'll do is I'll start getting some primer on things. So I've given the body a quick sand and I've glued a couple of the extra parts on, like the tailgate, just things to prep it for paint. So I'll go get some primer on it now. So I've just done a bit of very mild tidy up on the primer. I only did a very light coat of primer. And I'm going to go shoot a second coat, then start shooting some paint. So I've got the body back from paint. The next thing I'm going to do is give it a polish. I'm not going to wet sand it, I'm just going to use the Tamiya polishing compound and see what I can do with it. So I'm just going back and forth with the, in this case I'm just using the finish one. I'm not going to use the coarse one or anything like that for this. I'll just see where I can get it with the finish, and then once that's done I'll clear coat it and see what it looks like. So I'm going to start shooting some clear coat. Always follow the directions. I wear masks and I'm using a booth here, so make sure you do everything you need to do this all safely. But I'm going to start shooting some clear now. Let that dry and come back to you. So the next step's going to be getting some colour on the interior. I'm going to start shooting that now. I'm not sure what colours I'm going to go with, but you'll see in a moment. So I'm going to have a go with dull red and see how that looks on the seats. So while my seat's dry, the next thing I'm going to do, if you've seen my videos, you know I'm going to put a bunch of Tamiya panel line accent colour on these. And I'll show you that now. Just bear with me while I'm filming and spreading this stuff. I'll just wipe that bit off the rubber. So you can see there it just settles them down a lot. I haven't done these three, and I have done that one, obviously. Alright, push on with the other ones. Don't worry if you get it on the rubber, just wipe it off. Should look pretty good. Obviously I got the vehicle back from paint now. Not shooting for perfect as always, just having fun shooting paint. I'm happy with how it's come out. Should look good with those rims, that colour. Okay, so I've done as much as I'm going to do. I don't know what I've done, but if you look, you'll see I've got a little indent on that side and there, so I have no idea how I've caused that. I think maybe when I had the model upside down, maybe it's put weight on it or something. I would think it was something abrasive, except that it hasn't taken any paint off. Being me, I haven't used every part. You get some other parts in the kit, but I just use the parts I want to use. Don't know if you can see that. I've done like a black, grey, and I think it's called dull red, I'm not sure, for the interior. Wheels are posable. Now, again, I haven't followed the kit completely. I've left the lights clear, transparent, because I like the look of that. Anyway, it was a fun build. You can use all the parts. I didn't use them all. I always just build things and I generally leave them looking a bit shaved. I didn't put any mirrors on either. You get more decals. You can put decals on the tray cover and all that sort of thing. But I've done it the way I want to do it and I enjoyed it. So happy modelling. Now, in a coming video, I'm keen to hear what people would like to see, if there's specific models you'd like to see. I've got that new, you know, the big large scale Trans Am that's come out. I've got that, and the large scale, I think it's a 240 ZG by Tamiya, and I've got a few other large kits as well. So if there's a kit out there you'd like to see, or if you're keen to see the Trans Am or the large 240, let me know, and I might do a video on one of those. Anyway, stay safe, happy modelling, and when you're spraying paints, make sure you're careful and follow the instructions and use all the protective gear. So anyway, happy modelling.